Yeah. This is actually, I like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, was there
You'll know who it is, what it is as soon as the
I can't get to that.
lyrics come in.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Yeah, this is a pretty good version of this.
Yeah, this ain't too bad, man. This ain't too bad at all.
Well,
All right, man. Happy Friday, man. Welcome to the Goat Pen, man.
Man.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Glad you guys could join us. Please like and subscribe. I want to introduce you to Mr. Mike Bozick.
Boz.
Boz. Boz is old
Bozzy the bear.
school guy. We've known each other since high school, and he also was the reason that disc golf is here in Wilmington.
Sorry. No.
I think
It's
you and Deacon were the two, right?
Well, yeah, Scott, definitely. Somehow or another, he found out about me. I was had written the county, trying to get one put in. I'd written Innova, and somehow or another, he was looking for a project to do in the Learn and Serve America project.
Oh, yeah, the old Learn and Serve America.
Yeah, the
Learn and Service America.
benches and
that's right.
signs.
Thank you,
Yeah.
corrected.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a project, not unlike a Boy Scout type project,
Okay.
but involving high schoolers. And he was a counselor, probably still is, I think.
Yep.
And so
No,
somehow
actually-
or another, the wires just got connected. It's weird.
Deacon retired.
Oh, he
From
did
that.
retire.
Oh,
Yeah,
congratulations then on
Okay,
that. That's
all right.
awesome.
He's driving medical supplies and stuff.
He just likes to stay active, but yeah, he was in
Yeah.
that career until he retired from it.
When? Year ago?
Probably
2
not
years.
not 2 years, maybe close to 2,
Yeah.
maybe a year and a half, 2.
Good for him. That's a good,
Yeah.
I talked to him at the Azalea tournament few weeks back, and he was saying how much he enjoys that. Just it's so much less stress.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he's doing well.
So what year was this that all of that started?
I think that
You can bring that mic out to you.
somewhere around 99, 2000, I started. Yeah, it had to have
Okay.
been
All right.
99, 2000, because I moved in with Jeff for just about a year in between me getting my house and our band broke up. So like half the band was living in one house, and so that kind of happened all at the same time. And so I moved in with Jeff for about a year, I guess. And what was your fucking original question? Can I say that? I'm sorry.
You can say that. Yes, you can say that.
We're working on a timeline. Okay, so yeah, I can nail it down to that period of time when I
Alright.
started emailing. And I also had just got a new computer. That was kind of the thing. Like in
Okay.
97 or
Gotcha.
98, I got a Dell 333. It was awesome, dude. And
I had a compact 333.
beep, beep, beep. Yeah, little sign-on thing.
Well, the 56K.
I had a Texas Instruments 233.
Yeah, I beat you.
I had a scientific calculator.
Texas Instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
had
figured
a
out
Timex.
probably this much of a screen that was this big.
Yeah. Yeah, so,
Booby.
are we just going to kind of roll a little bit with the history of how
I mean, dude,
That's
it's
cool.
like I said,
Yeah.
this is very organic, very
That's
free
cool,
form, man.
Yeah.
We,
I like this. I
you
like
know,
this because there might be questions that
Yeah.
people have. And
Yeah, and definitely ask in the comments if you do.
yeah.
So, and again, yeah, we're going to talk about disc golf. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about whatever, the two subjects off the table. We do not talk politics out here, and we do not talk religion. Other than that,
that's
everything,
cool.
Other than that, everything's a go. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just sent out some emails, man, and got a relatively quick and very positive response from Harold at Innova.
Right.
And the county was there too. And I just started trying to connect them two people together. And Harold actually came down to look at an area. I think we were looking at Gordon Road Park at one point. And he stayed the night and slept on the couch. He's a very humble guy.
Yeah.
Still is.
He is awesome.
When I think of the crap that he put up with from me, the guy's a friggin' saint. And I'm not,
Well, I mean, you just want things to be
there was
right,
little things.
you know.
I remember back a lot of things that I did in my immaturity and not knowing,
You know.
and just being gung ho about stuff and taking this person's advice and that and doing stuff. Just even with down like the baskets, which was a weird thing. And
I still know there was a lot of I won't say controversy, but there was a lot of
Why?
you have Innova designing your course and you put
I
in
know.
discraft baskets, so
well, let me tell you what happened. Harold, and I'm such an idiot. Dave, can't remember his last name. Told me I was an idiot. He was like, "Well, Harold actually offered me the Winthrop Gold original baskets." So,
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I
And,
know.
uh,
I think
Wow.
Yeah.
well,
Don't edit that. Edit that out. If
so
you have to.
in your defense, I am not a fan of Innova baskets.
I would.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I love the new one.
Well, since they rounded the top off, it's fine now.
But it's still the worst sound
They
in the
used to
world.
just slice.
At least you drop down right there and you don't
yeah, I know,
cream
man,
off
but
on an angle.
It's a lower thud chain sound. It's not tingling. It's not the same as.
Oh, I'm just talking about hitting the damn rim, dude. That's the worst sound in the
Oh, that
world,
sound.
dude.
Oh, you're just being.
yeah.
Well, Brett and I had this this ongoing thing every time we'd play a course. You had that band, and you'd bounce it right off the damn upper ring, clank, and then you go, Colonel Clank, reporting for duty, sir.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that band actually gives you a deader kick.
Yeah. That band.
That devil on the top of the disc catchers would flick it.
Yeah. If that band wasn't there on another basket, you'd fly over the top of it.
Yep.
That band.
I'll put a
That's
picture
what I
in
said.
the. I'll put a picture so you guys can get an idea
Yeah.
what that looks like. So the baskets that were originally put in did
so-
not have that metal band around the top.
No, they
you
were
know, so.
Discraft. Okay, so I went to the Worlds, I think, in 2000. Whichever one it was that Ken Climo came back and won his 11th or 10th. So
You can pull it out to YouTube. by the
Yeah,
way.
like I said, man, but
I will.
you get comfortable. We get this, and typically you get kind of right up on it,
okay.
Well, the closer the better.
So anyway, I went with a bunch of buddies. That's a whole nother story. But the consensus, it was a Discraft Worlds, and the consensus, there was a lot of complaints about this, that, and the other. And so there became the Discraft basket race. Who could invent the best catching basket? This started happening. All these other manufacturers started jumping and throwing their stuff in the water to see what would float. And this was held to be one of the best baskets. It was one of the latest ones. It was like, let's get a hot rod. Let's get the best thing.
Sure.
And even then, I was too immature to even really understand. I personally would have rather had tougher baskets, harder. I'd like to shrink golf down a little, the putting aspect down in my mind.
Have you seen those dynamic discs?
The pole.
I can't remember what they call it. But yeah, it's just a very small diameter basket with an inner and outer row. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I think I have.
Didn't DGA come up with that? Didn't they do those first?
No, I think
Gateway had Gateway Bullseye. was the first one.
I thought it was a DD, dynamic discs, bullseye. Oh, okay.
Before
Yeah,
it was the
it
Gateway.
was.
Okay. Before.
When they had theirs, I don't think the dynamic disc was even a company yet.
Okay.
But essentially, it is chains that are about the width or the circumference as the interchange, and they come down, and the rim, the cage, is smaller. So the whole damn thing is small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be right on.
They're not bad to putt on.
Yeah.
I've only putted on them in like a putting league.
They
but
catch really well.
You have to be in exactly the middle to hit that thing.
Or very slightly off to the right or
it's
left.
Like you're
depending
cutting
on-
like a disc width on each side out of your play.
Yeah.
With that.
I think there's a lot of latitude in the design of baskets that could enhance the game. Because if you're trying to shave strokes, now the question becomes, or add strokes, I should say, to someone's scorecard, then it becomes, well, how do you want, what percentage of what type of shot do you want to land and not, get completely.
You're talking about directional targets that you can only approach from one side. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, there was a guy, I don't know if he's still in business, but does he still make those out of PVC pipe?
I've heard of that
remember
guy
those?
a long time ago.
I got some old mags. I remember he was pretty big, but he would build a basket that looked pretty much like a real basket.
People didn't like that idea back then.
But he would have one big section of pole going from the top to the bottom in an arc to create a blind zone. Yeah. And I don't know. I like trees. It's a stationary thing, of course, but you can sort of plan around that a little bit better. I don't know.
So I think you were talking about the disc golf cruise, and if I remember, that was the one they took you to the island, and it had a disc golf course set up on the island. But those baskets they didn't have baskets. They had a bamboo pole that came up, a bamboo canopy, and then it had bamboo, almost like a wind chime hanging off the edge. And your goal was to hit those bamboo.
I played Glen Burnie Park in New Bern, and they had 2 baskets that were made like that with PVC pipes. Way back in the day, man. It was like,
well, I think originally it was just a pole, wasn't it?
And tone poles.
There was no, you hit a tree.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good at that.
Yeah. Tone poles.
There used to be a tone pole in the ground on one of the holes at Horizons Park in Winston-Salem.
Come here, baby.
Yeah,
was it a satisfying tone? That was the whole. It
was like a boink. It wasn't that. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. It was a long time ago, but they only had one.
The sound apparently is important to people. Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's got to have just that right sort of chime.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Guys, we've got to get the damn gong.
I know, man. I know.
Keep talking about it.
Yeah, I've already put enough money into this. You guys buy the gong. We got it.
We get it and
we'll
get it.
We'll get it. We'll get one.
Get the front of it stamped with that circular part of the Def Leppard album cover.
Oh no, man! We'll put the goat pin logo on it.
Okay,
gotta have it.
No, we'll put the eye of the hurricane on it.
Let's put the goat pin logo on the Def Leppard album cover.
I'm not messing that up. That's a collector's.
In front of a large eye of the hurricane.
Yes.
I forget what anniversary that is, but yeah, that's the Pyromania. It's an anniversary, like 35 or 40-year anniversary.
Dude, I used to have a little square mirror that I got from the fair, the state fair. Remember how you could win the games and get little mirrors? Yep. I may still have it.
I had one with the album cover from Asia.
That's my view.
The first Asia album.
You got it from I'm jealous, dude.
I don't think I have a mirror of that.
That was kind of cool. That was cool.
Oh, rock and roll mirrors?
Yeah.
The little cocaine mirrors that you get from the fair? Oh, man.
Rock and roll mirrors.
Judas Priest with the
beer
razor blade.
Yep.
That was the best, dude.
Ow.
Budweiser mirror.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of them in
Ozzy Osbourne.
That's awesome.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a bunch of them.
Def Leppard. I came home from college.
Bunch of roach clips hanging from a rope.
And my brother had taken all the mirror collection that I had, 8 or 10 mirrors, somewhere as big as album covers. And he had put a pool table in my bedroom and pasted these mirrors like he was making a freaking nightclub in my bedroom, right? I was mad. I complained, but I enjoyed the pool table. So what are you going to do?
That's funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've drove my mom crazy.
Speaking of, how's he doing, man?
Jeff's doing great.
Now, is he playing with Roger and
Echoes of Heroes?
Yeah.
No. I think he did he's done a gig or two with them.
Okay.
Where he played the guy's drum kit rather than bringing a whole kit.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so I said they're staying pretty busy right now. So I was wondering, but I didn't know if Jeff was playing with them or not.
No, but Jeff is in a band.
Okay.
He's in a little trio right now. They do sort of roots rock, folk rock.
Okay. All right.
Sort of stuff. And they just played at the Alt Festival.
Oh, nice.
We actually filmed them. Went down and filmed them and recorded them, and it was okay.
Right.
That I think they could really do a little. I hate to complain. I mean, they I don't know what they are doing with like the performers and the stages and all that stuff. I understand that people, I think it's a lot of politics between the bands and the bars, but they put this, Jeff's trio, Kit, bass player, guitar player, singer, in an area that was maybe 11 by 11, 12 by 12, something like that. And it had walls or lattice on the sides and back. Okay. And they were just like this. And
then they're done that.
The monitor, the house was right here. He's literally standing almost behind the house, speaker left, right. And then halfway through their set, the band next door that was supposed to go on at exactly 1:30 goes on at like 1:15, 1:20 something, starts playing. And they were rock and roll certified loud. So it was, and they were no more than 100 yards away or less. It was just the next bar over. And there was one little building in between these two places. And all
were they Motorhead loud?
Drama.
Were they Motorhead loud? It
sounds like that louder than AC/DC loud?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, definitely.
Not quite. They weren't quite Motorhead loud. No.
Okay.
But they were, okay, yeah, I'll give it.
That's 126 decibels.
Yeah.
That's loud.
It's painful.
Loud. Very.
So in all my years of doing production, I did sound for the loudest band I ever did sound for, Driving and Crying.
Really?
And it was so bad that during sound check, and we had been told up front, it was in their rider, that they needed loud side fills on stage.
Okay.
Now, for those of you who don't know, a side fill is speakers that come in shooting across the front of the stage towards the band so they can hear themselves. If they can't really hear the wedges, they can hear,
It would be enough to play a small venue like 400 people easily.
It's a small PA is what it is.
Yes.
So we had an 18-inch sub, and then we had these JBL column speakers set up, and we're probably pushing probably 1,200 watts to each side. So it's loud.
That shit was impressive.
And the manager came over even before the band even got in the room. Was like, no, that's not going to do. And I said, well, let's see what happens. I was running monitors. And,
you were saying it wasn't going to be enough?
Yeah, he already said it ain't going to be enough. So. Of course, the band gets there. They start sound checking. The problem was the bass player was so deaf. He was so deaf, and he's bitching and he's complaining. And I've got it redlined. I've got it pegged. And I'm like, this. You're right. The road manager was right. It's not going to work. So I called Mike up at the shop and I said, dude, I got to come back and get the B system. So we came back and they ended up with 3 15s for subs on each side of the stage.
It's running 3-way.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 12-inch speakers and a 2-inch horn. Now I'm pushing another probably 2,000 watts per side.
So they were trying to create an atmosphere on
God.
stage.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
that would fill the whole room.
I mean, for the first time in my life, I found myself wearing earplugs as a monitor guy
I
off
wear
the side.
any live event.
Damn.
And so I had to know, and I walked out front in the middle of their set once I got them dialed in and walked up to Danny at the front of the house, and I said, let me see your dB meter, man. And I clicked it on 116 dB at the front of house.
It's like
and
standing
I'm
in front of a jet engine or something.
Motherfucker, dude, this is just
Space
insane,
shuttle.
man. Insane. I know everybody that walked out of that club that night, man, their ears had to be ringing. Had to be.
I've seen
mine were when I left Motorhead at the Mad Monk.
Oh boy, the old Mad Monk.
And that was just Lemmy's. Yeah. That was just what was coming out of Lemmy's damn rig. Was 120 dB.
You probably lost everything above 10K that evening.
Yes.
Yeah. Living with that since. Yeah. I know I've lost some stuff around 12. I
had a hearing test not too long ago, and everything from about 8, it just nosedives.
Yeah. Well, thankfully that's that's almost nothing really.
Yeah, but it rings. That tinnitus.
Oh yeah, I got that too.
I got the tinnitus.
I got the tinnitus
in my right ear.
I'm fortunate.
I got the tinnitus.
I don't think it's that bad.
I dial it out. I
dial it out.
I have to. I have to. But over the years, playing with Richard, one of the hardest hitting drummers I know. Oh God, man!
And it's not. Put a towel on that, a wet towel on that.
Oh my God!
Seriously,
out of control. Those guys, JD, when they would hit that snare, it was damn.
Yeah, I know.
These guys, these are all power drummers that we played with over the years, and I mean each crack of the snare drum was just deafening, And what made it worse is, especially when you did play live, is that you had in-ear monitors, which you would think, okay, well, this cuts out so much of this. No, because the problem is your drummer, like in our case, Richard had a vocal mic. So
it was coming through that as
all
well.
The snare, all his kit was coming through that damn vocal mic right into your fucking ears, So,
well, unfortunately, a lot of our contemporary musicians are starting to talk about this issue.
Sure, they need to.
They need to. A few guitar players just have recently come forward with issues. Not just that, but even tinnitus and other issues that come from just playing a lot.
I'm so glad I started wearing earplugs when I did. Yeah. It was a little later than I wish it had been. Actually, maybe a little too late. I still have the tinnitus in my ear, but it could have been a lot worse. Obviously, we all know. But
that's and purists are going to say what they want to. I have a really nice Alesis electronic kit in here. I will not allow acoustic drums in the studio because it's just too loud, and I live in a neighborhood. So when I first played in Sergeant Rock, I was with them almost 10 years, and Dwayne had a Yamaha DTX Express kit, and I was blown away by it, man. I mean, I was completely blown away. One, it sounded good. It sounded really good. And two, I'm like, man, a drum kit with a volume knob. What a fucking revelation, man. Jesus, man.
Yeah.
And
everybody can turn down now.
Yeah, the technology. And that's why we were able to play all these. We still played rock and roll, but we were able to play all these places because
everybody can turn down now.
We had a great mix, man.
I got to tell you, most of the bands that I see live are stupidly way too loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no reason for it. You have to match the venue. And some of these places are not the greatest. Why would you, build a bar, at least put a stage in, even if you plan on never having a band, but that's a whole other subject.
That's what I really liked about Faith Collapsion is we always tried to be as professional whether a gig, recording, studio.
Y'all were intimidatingly professional because I was in the room right next to you for many years.
Right.
So
we tried to, even though we weren't, we just tried to, always strive for that, always do that kind of thing. Made sure we were always in tune. Everything was, it was good. And I forgot where I was going with this.
Well, it was like a little band of brothers. Yes, we love that show.
It was.
Yeah.
You got to be, man. You got to be.
I forgot where I was going with that.
I remember we had a lot of gigs in Southport, and we played a lot of.
I don't know where you were going either, but I think I understand.
Played a lot of outdoor venues.
He had a big point.
Your volume is huge,
in
man.
here somehow,
that's why we were able to get the shows and the money that we got because we could play these places.
Well,
Go ahead.
No, carry on, man.
You go.
I'm not really.
I was going to pull up a Wikipedia fact for you.
One of the things we always did was try to keep our stage volume we made a conscience right.
Yeah.
We let the PA and the monitors do the work for us instead of trying to cut up our own volume to hear ourselves on stage. And it worked out well. Because we always had good soundmen like Russell and Danny and Gene McKinney.
Well, there's been there's a revolution going on in the front of house world, house sound. Everyone's trying to go full in-ears now.
Yeah.
No stage volume.
I wish we had had
the
that.
sound guys are pushing hard, baby.
No amps.
And the punk rock bands are having a problem with it, but there's a tussle going on in the world of rock and roll. Rock and roll's not dead yet.
No, I just saw.
Okay, well, I'm happy to hear that.
There's an interview.
No, it's not.
I love rock and roll.
Love them or hate them. If you've seen Steel Panther, you can't help but to laugh at them. But their musicianship, holy crap, those guys can play. The guitar player is a monster. Then I saw an interview where they were doing a rig rundown with him, and they're up on stage, during sound check, and he's talking to Satchel, and Satchel's like, guy says, well, you used to run 5150 amps, where's your backline? And he's like,
pretty heavy. Yeah.
He's like, I don't carry amps anymore. And what?
Yeah.
I mean, even I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Pedal board, man.
What a wonderful
thing.
It's
amazing
emulators.
Dovetail right into the emulator, stuff, the sample, or the Kempers and the fractals.
Well, his was actually I can't remember the name of it, but it was actually a floor pedal emulator.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
but it had tubes
Yeah.
in it. You know, it had two 12X7 tubes in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I was and his sound, dude. He gets a monster sound. You know. So
Well, even after the last 20 or 30 years, there was a lot of analog companies that got that right.
yeah,
The Line 6 Spider is always held as a big one. I felt like it was okay.
I'm just there's
But-
something about the Line 6 tone to me.
Yeah,
that
it has a certain digital
there's something about
thing
it
on
I
the
don't
high end.
like.
But it mixes well.
It does. It
It
does.
mixes well.
And I mean, for that matter, I've switched over. I'm using a Headrush Prime now, you
Okay.
know, and cabinet emulators, you know,
Yeah.
all the delays, compressors. It's got a
Well,
harmonizer
Marshall,
built in.
Mesa Boogie, they putting cabinet direct outs to PAs in their stuff since the 80s.
Yeah.
And people that I know Darren wants to chime in on this, right?
No, I don't. I'm pointing at
Sorry,
Fig.
we're geeking out. We're geeking out
I'm
here.
sorry.
Well, if I were a touring bass player, I would only have a rack mount, the Tech 21.
Oh yeah,
Man. Oh,
Sansa?
preamp.
Preamp, Sansamp. Sansamp. That's all I would carry. I'd carry a two space. I would have a tuner and a
Class D,
Sansamp.
baby.
That is Sasha Cam
And the-
material right there.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Look at that,
Perfect.
Mike.
Sasha
You see,
Cam.
Mike, you can see up here on the.
Yes, I see. That's what a lovely tribute. The bandana matches the kick drum.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you.
She's a rock star, man, dude. Sasha Cam, man.
Oh jeez. You go into I've been with Russell to Home Depot or Lowe's or where Home Depot,
Yeah, yeah.
and literally she can't go more than 20 feet without somebody.
Yeah, somebody
without
has to come up,
But
you know.
she's looking at him.
She loves all the attention.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, people
me.
magnet.
Pet me.
Yeah, she's a rock star.
Darren, were you laughing at something earlier there? I want to know what you were laughing at because
I was laughing because Fig was trying to say something.
trying to interject.
And every time he tried to say something, you guys were so fucking nerded out that he couldn't get in it.
I was just sitting here
Sorry.
like,
And then
Yeah, but you got to admit
Happened to me
the
so many times.
the reverse brain fart was pretty good though when it came back to him.
Yeah,
Wait,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
I want to say something.
That's all it was. That's all it was.
Please.
Darren, if you were here, we'd have went on.
oh yeah, we'd been good. If Dwayne, now keep in mind Dwayne's a musician too. If he'd have been sitting there where you are,
Oh,
dude,
God.
we'd have been totally geeked out, man.
We'll put we won't.
He,
let that-
Actually,
he's
I'm-
got a Tone X and he's got a fractal and you know.
You know what I would have done? I would have said, "Hey, Dwayne, switch seats with me and let me get over there, and I'll just hang out and
There you go.
listen to you guys."
Yeah.
I'll have to get out of.
Maybe
Nah,
you should
I
do a
wouldn't.
round table
wouldn't.
instead of a round table. Everybody
Actually-
We're looking at some
actually-
other ideas
And then
right
you
now. I
could
want to
just
get rid.
do
I want to
2
get
or
rid of
3
this table.
cameras.
I want to get rid of this table altogether.
Oh, how much music do you think has been played in here? Bob?
Why do we got to bring this up every episode?
Well,
Man, this
it's.
is-
All right, all right.
You want me
all
to
right.
tell you?
The joke is getting old. Okay.
Okay,
Stop.
okay.
I will say this: it looks incredibly neat, well kept, polished, organized,
Thank you.
dust free. The answer is none,
Yeah.
because there's the only 2 things that could conjugate
You
together.
know. So, and actually,
That's
here
okay.
I did. Believe it or not, I actually came out here last night and played my guitar.
Oh, cool.
And you know what? But you'll never believe what I started playing. And it hit me. I saw the video and I was like,
Spreading the disease.
no, nothing on that board.
Okay. What was it?
Player, Baby Come Back.
That's a good song, man.
The reason why I want to
Yacht
do
rock.
it is I wanted to bring up the harmonizer on my the harmonizer on my foot pedal.
It is a good song.
I mean,
Well, it's the essence of yacht rock. You know, Jay Graydon's back on the internet.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
But we all love Steely Dan. I hope.
Oh my God,
sure.
You know,
die hard Steely Dan
Michael
fan.
McDonald.
Okay, what's your favorite Steely Dan song? Now we're gonna geek out a little more.
Let's start with Darren. I got to think
don't know
about
if
it.
I
for a
even want
minute.
to play this game. I'm gonna let you 2 continue to nerd.
my favorite.
guys are
I think
good.
I really like Peg.
That's a good one, man. Very strong Michael McDonald vocals in there. Very strong.
Yes. And
For me,
bassist, I really like the bass line in that song as
it's
well.
got
by
a
the way.
great bass line.
I'm trying to go through their whole catalog right now.
It's actually very simple to me. One of 2 songs, and I can't pick which one's the favorite. Either "Don't Take Me Alive" or "King of the World."
Yeah.
I love "King of the World."
Great songs.
Well, just that first album has such a sentimental. If you're not a sentimental person and you listen to this for a couple weeks, you'll start to become a sentimental person. It oozes 70s.
Right.
It makes you feel like you're back there, man.
I love what Rolling Stone said about Steely Dan when they first reviewed them was one of my greatest quotes ever. It says, Steely Dan may not be the best rock band out there right now, but they're definitely the weirdest. And I went,
that was the review.
You know,
I don't know.
That was the write-up.
Yeah,
Or,
I guess-
or a quote from the write-up.
a quote from the write-up.
Quote from the write-up. Well, the way I see them is they are exactly like 50% rock, which contains blues, gospel, R&B, folk, country, and half jazz.
They have a lot of jazz.
You put those two together, and you get
Well, they were to me the lyrics are so eclectic too. You know,
not a wasted line.
No.
Sasha?
You listen to a tune like Haitian Divorce, man. Great
Yeah.
freaking song, man. Great song.
But a subject hardly worthy of a pop tune, a top 40 pop tune.
Yeah,
It's
surprising.
all about the story,
you know,
though.
Yeah.
All about how you write the story.
It's in this country we call it a shotgun divorce. I know a shotgun wedding.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's when the families get together and say, "That's it."
Oh, okay.
The
Families
law
have
has
called it
nothing
off.
to do. Yeah, that's it. It lasts
Yeah.
about 3 months.
But how many times do you listen to a Steely Dan song and you're going, where did you come up with that at,
Yeah.
man? You know, just
Well,
what's going through your head when
Yeah.
you're, you know.
It makes you think.
yeah.
Songs either make you feel or they make you think.
You know, I know a lot of people go, "Oh, Steely Dan, that's dad rock." Well, I don't give a shit what you call it. It's badass, man. I can listen to Steely Dan 24/7.
They were really high on something. Now we'll just say that.
Th-
They
there's
were-
no
Actually, it
doubt.
was a drug. Well, no. In the studio, it became a drug-free type zone over time. But they had the world class jazz musicians,
Yeah.
the best in the world, were in the studio making these pop tunes.
and clamoring
So-
to play with them.
You could.
know.
It was like undeniable. Just Arnold Schwarzenegger is undeniable. Even if you didn't like him at the beginning, you came to love him. Yeah. You couldn't help it. And
Chuck Rainey.
Yeah.
Chuck Rainey.
Chuck Rainey was the
And
bass
then
player. Yep.
all the
Yep.
drummers,
The
the
Purdy
Gads,
Shuffle.
Steve
Caros.
Gadd. Yep.
The Purdy Shuffle, man.
Yeah, there's just, I mean, and you know, in later, you know, you had Michael McDonald come in and do a lot of background work with them. You know, a lot of those LA session guys, you know, Lukather's, the Vaccaro brothers, you know, they were all involved in that same
Dean
circle, you
Parks.
know, all of them.
Yeah.
You know, what's the bass player? God, I see his face. Got the really long beard.
Lee
Sklar.
Sklar.
Yes, you know, he
He's
was
got a
one of-
nice little podcast thing.
He does. He does. He does. I've actually watched several of his episodes. You know, but yeah, all those guys ran the same circle, man. All of them.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess I'm going
Sklar
to
is
just say
badass.
Asia is my favorite tune.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Okay.
good one.
That's-
It's
that's a good one.
long because of the length of it. Helps me stay there longer.
It's dude. That is some smoking jacket, fucking brandy sniffing. You know, piano going on there at the beginning of it. I love
Yeah.
that tune, man. I love that tune.
What was your favorite? Did you say what your favorite Steely Dan?
I
tune?
don't know if I have a favorite
Okay.
Steely Dan song. I did figure out, I just looked online, heroin, that was the main problem with that band, if you could name one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Walter Becker did Dance with the Dragon.
He did.
So
Did he?
yeah, poor guy.
Dance with the Dragon. Oh, there you go.
But I tell you, his guitar work is filtered in amongst all those other great guitarists all through.
yeah.
You hear certain times when he comes in and plays little solos.
Yeah.
He is
He's good.
smooth as glass, man.
Yep.
I mean, it is
Well-
just the most tasteful.
Plenty of people have done well with music and heroin at the same time for a
It's
pretty
interesting,
long
isn't it?
time. Yeah.
You
But
know,
eventually,
Eventually,
yeah.
It catches
you know,
up, man. It catches
undefeated.
up.
well, you know,
Yeah.
Clapton was a big had struggles with it, and I don't know if Eddie Van Halen ever had struggles with that particular drug, but he did say in an interview.
I think Coke and alcohol were his two things.
Yeah, he
Oh,
said in an
wow.
interview that
What a
Clapton did
combo.
his best stuff when he was, out of his mind on that stuff. Which was, I mean, I think it was an attempt to sort of justify his own struggles.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know,
And there's some brilliant music that came out of
Yeah.
out of Clapton.
but it
during
doesn't
those
last
times.
long.
Aerosmith,
you know.
Aerosmith, another one, man.
Jesus Christ, how are they still alive?
It's amazing to me.
I mean,
Well, they said it themselves, didn't they? I can't even remember the last.
They tried to
decade.
snort all of Peru.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's a great
insane,
quote.
man. That is crazy.
Yeah, and again, it's a videotape I've got of Dwayne's. It was at the US Festival, I think it was, and they're playing Sweet Emotion, and it comes to the part where the vocals are supposed to come in, and Perry's looking over at Tyler, and Tyler's just walking around the stage, just looking at the lights,
Oh my God.
do it again.
Yeah,
Seems like every big band has had that rock and roll moment happen.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolute disaster
Yep.
on stage. Apparently, the 1984 US Festival Van Halen performance supposedly was just. Remember when Phil Collins came back and played with Led Zeppelin?
Yeah,
for
yes,
the benefit. Supposedly that was a disaster.
that was a disaster. Though.
I tried to listen to it a few days ago. It seems like it came through the feed.
Go through.
I couldn't find what was so horrifically cringe about
Plant
it.
forgot the lyrics.
Oh, I was talking about Phil's drumming because everyone was leaning on him.
No.
Okay, so Plant forgot the lyrics. The mystery solved.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Bigfoot?
We're going to get to Bigfoot here, but I want to say this one thing.
I have some thoughts.
I saw this earlier. It was a video that came up, and we've had this conversation before. Artists that need to stop. Just stop.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Artists?
Artist, plural.
Oh,
There's
music artists.
There's a lot of them out there.
Music
Madonna.
artist.
This
God.
Madonna.
She's still.
this video showed David Lee Roth.
I got a small list.
Dave looks kind of rough these days.
attempting to do "I'll Wait." And one of their big hits from '84.
Dude.
Going to be performing at the Wilson Center coming up very
I
soon.
will not be going to that.
I think it's show tunes type stuff.
Yeah, he needs to hang it up.
Yeah, it was horrible.
He
Oh my
needs
God,
to hang
dude.
it up.
Just a gigolo.
I listened to like
And
the
everywhere I
first
go, that kind of
chord or
stuff
the
for
first
him.
verse, and just was like, "Holy fuck, dude! Stop! That
You know-
hurts."
You know who else needs to hang it up? Bob Dylan.
Is he
Dylan's another
still
one.
He needs to hang it up.
touring?
20
Probably.
Selectively. He needs to hang it up 20 years ago.
Yeah.
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 Bob Dylan. Yeah.
Don Dokken, stop!
Wow.
Stop!
Well, it's interesting though, as the Bob Dylan question, as Darren has put it so delicately.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do? The guy's he's still alive. He's kind of an icon, but he doesn't have the goods anymore. What do? Do you just rip it off like a Band-Aid?
Well,
Do you let him go through?
Look what David Coverdale just did. I mean, the last 5, maybe even 10 years have just been a shit show whenever Whitesnake hit the stage. And he finally had
He's terrible.
enough decency to go, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah, I think she's probably heard his voice. There was, as you know, he got some sort of thing down there when he was recording the Whitesnake album and all that. So.
That sucks.
Heard that story a million times.
Yeah.
And then Sykes got fired, and then I was like,
Well, I had Slide It In, and
That was a good
Whitesnake album was 1,000 miles away from Slide It In. The production
agreed.
styles
100%.
were
Yeah.
completely different. And I, slick and polished with the Whitesnake album. I mean, I was all in.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
was just incredible. Darren, any thoughts on that?
On the Whitesnake album?
the video, or anything?
Still of the Night,
What was that song that was so popular from Whitesnake?
the one with Tawny Katane.
Slide
Here I Go
in.
Again.
Yes.
Here I Go Again.
That song made me hate the entire fucking thing.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Okay.
I got so tired of that song being on the radio.
It's funny. That's a recycled hit, dude. They released that song like 20 years prior to that, the original version.
Well, even
Who
I've
did
heard
it back then?
Whitesnake.
Nobody heard it though.
Whitesnake did.
No.
Yes.
I'm talking like 1987.
87.
Yeah,
87.
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
They released a version of Here I Go Again 20 years prior to that.
Whitesnake was together then?
Yes.
What the?
Road Warriors. Road Warriors. OG.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care. No.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not gonna. No, I don't really like them that much.
The essence of what you're saying, though, get there.
So they're surely dead by now.
How
old?
John Sykes.
John Sykes just passed
yeah.
away a couple of years ago.
I had no idea they had been around for that long.
Yeah. Well, I say 20 years. That's probably embellishing a hair. So Coverdale left Deep Purple and formed Whitesnake. 74, 75 maybe.
Guess is as good as yours.
You know.
Okay.
So, but yeah, they've been around a while.
So I didn't know the song was that old.
Yeah.
It basically, you were like, yeah, this ain't working for me.
It wasn't working for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't care for it, and then I heard it all the time. I'd hear it. I was
It's
working
like
at the
torture.
grocery store. I'd have to hear it at the grocery store. I couldn't even turn it off because it's coming from speakers in the ceiling all the time.
You went
Elevators.
You went out on your own and
It was on car.
still heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? There's a little, yeah. So
Well, they definitely,
go again on your own.
They worked.
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm right there.
But dude, you're talking about a band that was larger than life.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, and they were. They were.
And what's so sad, what really made me upset about it was that John Sykes recorded all the guitars on that album. And then Coverdale went in and fired the entire fucking band, hires Tommy Aldridge, Vivian Campbell,
Rudy
Sarzo, Adrian Vandenberg, and they filmed these just multi-million-dollar videos.
And
you know, that
Adrian
these guys,
Vandenberg is a badass.
And did you
guitar
guys
player,
like? Did you
by the way.
guys like all that?
No, I hated it
You
because
hated all
this
that?
wasn't the band.
I loved all of it.
You loved all
I
of
was
it.
Yeah.
completely all in, man.
I hated
Man.
it because
And
it wasn't
he
that.
hated-
I was like, this
Did
is
you
not
like
the
the
band that
videos?
recorded that music.
Was
What
it the
fuck is
videos
this?
that you liked?
The chicks
Huh?
with the big hair dug it and got their booty moving, so it was all right with me.
No,
Was it the videos for you that you loved, or the?
it was both simultaneously. The music and the videos just took it over the top.
I got you.
MTV was still had a
Oh, they
grab
were-
on
yeah,
the old
yeah.
yam hammers or whatever.
MTV used
Yeah.
to be good.
At one
At
point,
one
at one
new.
point, yeah.
MTV
Well, when they
was,
played
Use.
music,
Yeah. and
I
I'm
haven't
talking a very
watched-
short time. I'm not talking
Yeah.
like they were great for a decade.
yeah.
But yeah, they were good.
They might have made
probably
it. They
a
might have
decade.
made it a
decade.
decade.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it.
They
to
started in
you. Yeah.
81 and they might have made it to 91.
Right,
Okay.
and then it just
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly a piece of rock and roll lore that
History.
Darren would never know, because back then there was no internet.
No, no.
So all these
That's
shenanigans, but you've watched stuff we all know now, but all these shenanigans went on behind the scenes in the world of rock and roll. Then they were kept undercover, and then
Oh,
someone writes a book about
It's
it
so
later.
fascinating to go on
Debauchery and-
YouTube and
debauchery and
and
shenanigans?
watch this. Like you can go on YouTube and see like behind the scenes from professional wrestling from like back in the 80s, and they're doing coke
Gordon
and
Soley.
freaking, and then they go out on. Oh, it's insane, man!
Well, you find
Behind
out
the scenes, and
Gordon
Yes,
Soley.
I remember that from Atlanta, the Freebird. Oh,
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
It's kind of embarrassing because you look at a band like Warrant. Warrant blew up like an atomic bomb, and then you find out later on that their guitar players didn't play on the first two fucking albums. That was another guitar player, a session guy they brought in because these guys weren't competent enough to
Yeah.
play solos.
They could play, but they weren't. They couldn't write it, and I think they could imitate it.
They could
After
learn
the-
it after
they
the
could
fact
learn it
and
after
to
the
do it
fact.
live.
But they were kind of put together in there because they were a couple of good-looking kids,
Yeah,
that's
long
right,
hair.
yeah.
But this is the music industry, man. This is a machine. We got to keep it going. You guys, you sit over in the corner and look good.
well, it's
Yeah.
a
We'll
product.
handle the recording.
Yeah, this is a manufactured product. It's
Yeah.
not organic.
yeah, people got money invested
For
They're
the
gonna
most part.
fucking
I watched a. there
They
was-
actually learned how to play as they went, though.
They did. They
They
did.
got better.
and they started
that's good.
recording, their
Yeah.
stuff on albums, But you look at bands like New Kids on the Block and NSYNC. That's completely manufactured. That's an industrial machine right there.
Yeah.
Those kids didn't grow up together. They didn't fucking know each other when they were brought
Yeah.
together.
Well, it's like
There you go.
the people were craving that, and I don't think anyone's ever designed a bad candy bar. So it's like I might as well get in on the market, baby. Let me
That's
throw
pretty
my
much
money
what it
in.
is.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a bad pizza? You ever took one bite out and said, "I can't finish this"? No, you
not
finished
at the
it.
end of the day. No, I've eaten the whole pizza.
Give the people what they want, man.
I was completely, literally heartbroken when and this was just recently here in the last couple of years that I found out Rick Allen didn't play drums on damn Pyromania. It was a fucking Lynn drum machine.
And Russell's world fell
And I was like,
apart that
what
day.
the fuck? Are you kidding me, man?
It did. It probably did.
Are you kidding me?
Existential crisis
a fucking
incoming.
drum machine did that?
I thought it sounded like it, but I always gave him the benefit of the doubt all these years. But I was like, it doesn't sound quite, something's.
What was it?
It's not natural.
The Phil Collins song. Take Me Home. You know, has that really cool drum riff. Now all that's electronic. Every bit of that was programmed. You know what I found cool. There's a video online because Chester Thompson plays backup drummer for Phil Collins when he's on tour.
Okay.
And there's an overhead view of him playing that song. Dude, that's a killer drum beat, man. That is a killer.
There's a lot more
drum
going
beat,
on
man.
in it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Than you might think.
A whole bunch. It's a repetitive pattern, but it changes every other time. You know, and it's really cool to watch. You know, so.
So speaking of Bigfoot.
Back to Bigfoot. Let's talk.
I don't know. I've got some thoughts.
All right.
Does anyone even know what's going on in the Bigfoot world?
Should we take a small?
Let's take a quick break, and we're gonna be right back after a pause from our commercial sponsor, which is we don't have any commercial sponsors right now, but
Red Solo Cup.
we're working on it. Be right back.
Sorry about that.
So this one kind of blew me away the other day. I was watching a baseball clip that came up on YouTube, and Jim Palmer was announcing for the Orioles, and he said, if this batter, blah, 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 hits another grand slam, I will eat a chicken wing for the first time in my life. And I was like,
what?
Yeah. Crazy, man.
I hope like hell he hit a grand.
Dude, he did. He hit a grand slam, and they were serving wings at the ballpark. And so,
yes.
the other announcer, got a plate of wings brought up there, and he takes the first bite. He's like, how have I missed this my entire life?
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy.
It
it's
might
crazy.
possibly be the best.
There's a whole world of
So he
cuisine
just
out
he,
there.
he just
Oh my God, man.
he just loved it and loved it.
Yeah.
There's this thing
Really?
called Hardee's and Burger King too.
Yeah. We had wings over here last Saturday, man. I was craving
We
fucking
did have some
wings, man.
over here. Yeah, they were good.
But wings are not. That's not the type of food you take a first date out on. You don't do
No.
wings.
No.
You don't do ribs.
Got to go to a nice restaurant.
It-
a
you know,
steakhouse. Preferably.
Utensils is what I'm getting at. Utensils.
Well, it could be a good icebreaker. The big old plate of spaghetti.
now you
Just
make a
start
good point.
Laughing about it.
And chopsticks, or
Oh God, yeah, that would be an icebreaker.
yeah.
Sushi would be a good first date.
Well, see, no, it wouldn't.
No.
Have you lost your mind?
I think it would.
Raw fish. My brother's wife has an aversion to it that's deeply systematic, or
Well,
it's deep. So if you mess that up, I don't know. The girl gave you a chance, right? She said, "You pick."
Yeah, you got to stay right down the middle until you figure out if she even likes sushi. Because if then you can be like, "Hey, I got a sushi restaurant," but if she hates sushi, then
Yeah.
Yeah, that's messed up.
yeah.
Well, sushi is one of those bifurcators.
Yeah.
It just cuts things right
It's a
down the
divider
middle.
line.
Would
People either love it or they hate it.
Would someplace like Badobos be out of the question too?
Man, that's a good question.
All you can
Badobo.
eat.
Is that the where they make it on
The
the?
Mongolian
they make it on
grill?
that big round grill. And
Yeah.
All you can eat.
No,
I've eaten there a couple
took a
times.
first date to a
It's my
buffet,
favorite restaurant in
basically.
Wilmington. I
Really?
love Badobos, man.
Really?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
All you can eat.
Eat all you want, girl.
The only problem is
Clean
that
your plate.
it puts you in a food coma
Yep.
when you walk out there.
Yeah.
You're just like, dude, it's all I can do to drive back to the plant or drive back home or
More like a carb coma.
Oh yeah, it's huge, man.
All right, dude, I'm going to take a nap. Talk to you in about 4 hours.
So as we lead into our would Bigfoot eat at Badobos?
Oh, that's a horrible segue.
How many?
We'll go
I
with
know
it.
that was,
Requires a monetary transaction.
I could see
so
he
horrible.
sponsors the thermoses.
Oh,
the
he would eat out of the
So-
dumpster of Badobos. That's
Yeah.
He'd be bent completely over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bent over. That
Eat
was
like
terrible.
Bigfoot at Badobos.
Oh God.
The only
All right,
problem.
wait.
So-
I can see this now.
Yeah. Who wanted to talk about Bigfoot?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't know if anybody was aware of what has just happened in the
No,
last
but I
month and a
love
half.
talking about Bigfoot.
Yeah. Well, supposedly they got a film out. A guy's pushing it called "Capturing Bigfoot" that supposedly debunks the Patterson Gimlin film. And there's a whole wonderful soap opera that I watched for an entire month on YouTube all about it. So I just was wondering if any of you guys have heard about it. Any thoughts?
I've actually watched it. I've actually seen that video, and
you been capturing a Bigfoot that's been released?
No,
It's available?
the detractors from and this all ties back to the Grok and Chat GPT and whatever the trendiest AI is of the day, debunking the Patterson Gimlin film, and then you've got the detractors from that saying, no, it's wrong. And it's
well, the thing about the Patterson Gimlin film is it's so hard to, you can't seem to
imitate it.
Yeah, no matter how
AI
on
can't
the
even
fence
imitate
you are,
No.
you just can't seem to fall either way.
It's true. I want to see the skeletal remains discovered of this group of animals or whatever the fuck they are. I got to go to that side of it to wait for a
and there
conclusion.
never have been. And we talked about this actually.
There's been plenty of people that have said they shot one and buried it.
Okay.
Show me. Yeah.
Show me where the bones are at.
I'm sure one has naturally died in the woods, and
the thing is, though,
I want them to be there.
Yeah, nature.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I want them to be there.
Yeah.
Nature can clean up a carcass really fast. I mean, bear, deer, they eat the bones, everything.
9 months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this is a lot of green space,
you think
man.
sooner than 9 months?
I'm not a hunter, but I feel like that if an animal the size of, like, say, a baby bear or something.
Oh, well,
never
yeah, but a
found-
human
Never
or a
found-
humanoid shape, a bit bigger, like that.
Bacteria, ants, flies, all that stuff immediately descends on that thing, and they go.
Not to mention
predators.
other creatures that rip it apart.
Yeah.
Well,
Bones scattered
they
everywhere.
find skeletal remains of people that have been in the forest for years. Sometimes that the bones
That's a
are
good
there.
point.
That's what I need to see.
Well, that's your bottom line.
That's my bottom line.
Bottom line with Bigfoot.
I mean, otherwise, I'm just talking about basically whether I believe it or not, and I don't know, but I want it to be true.
Have you? I'm sure you've seen the clips of it walking.
Yeah.
Did it? Well, how did you feel about those?
The Patterson Gimlin.
When we watched,
it's too.
Most people go, "Oh, it's fake."
It's too convenient looking. He's walking like he's walking across a stage. It's too convenient.
But that's the problem, though. That's the problem.
that it can't be replicated.
No, he's talking about how the body moves.
And the problem is it's walking with a very smooth gait, but then you take into account that this thing is actually walking over very rough and uneven ground. Like, this thing has done this a million times.
I don't think that animals like that want to move through the open I don't know.
No, that's why it was headed for the. It was just making it.
I don't know that I believe in the. I don't know about that one.
It's very interesting.
Your conviction rate on Bigfoot, you're leaning that it probably is not.
I'm probably 90%. This thing does not exist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with DP just on the bones.
Yeah.
We've talked about this about 3 weeks ago.
We have talked about it.
Literally 3 weeks ago, we watched a video, Boz, where it went over all this. It went over the Gimlin, that film. And one thing I didn't realize is that I think that was a female.
Yeah.
The subject caught in that.
It does have breasts.
Yes. I did not know that until we watched that night. Interesting. And it is. Nothing's been able to replicate it.
If you sit down and watch someone break down the Patterson Gimlin film, it will kind of get in your. It'll start to make you think, Darren.
I know, and I have watched. Yes, it will.
If you've watched some people break it down because they come at it so scientifically.
And I'm not on board with all the whole, the muscle rippling. Dude, you can't see that shit from the. I don't give a fuck how much you clean it up.
Yeah.
When she puts her right foot down in that one little area between those two trees, man, and you see it, it looks like your muscle and fat and hair just shudder like that.
My thing is, it does not look like a costume.
Real.
Okay,
it does not.
Here's another question, and you may or may not know. How long were these people out in this area of the wilderness?
A couple of days.
Just a couple of days?
Well, no, they were on and off. They were all through the place for months and years. And he actually was trying to film a Bigfoot documentary. So that's the
Generally, the way it is with animals, if it's a female Bigfoot, and people say that they think it is, the female's not going to be too far away for too long from either the male or maybe some kids if she's of that age.
The offspring. Yeah.
And so I just wonder, I mean, how was he there long enough to see anything else? Apparently not, because he didn't film anything.
They didn't see anything else. Some people have looked at the film and copies and said they thought they saw another Bigfoot in the woods.
I've heard that too.
Gimlin did state, who was his partner, not the guy filming, but Gimlin stated that he felt like just before they kind of got to that riverbed, that there was other activity going on in the woods nearby, very close, which made him perk up his senses and go, it's like some other stuff is in here.
Yeah.
So it makes a good case. And if you know much about Bigfoot behavior, they're very social. When they go out at night hunting and the things they do, they're talking to each other from miles away,
How are they doing that?
Well,
vocalizations and knocks on trees.
Very weird sounding vocals too.
This is the Bigfoot theory. So yes, they do.
Is that
look
accurate?
No.
The stuff that I've heard recorded,
Well, here's the other side of your point, though, Darren,
Okay.
about the bones,
Yeah.
is the massive number of like sightings and eyewitness accounts. It's kind of scary because these people, something happened to these people, and they're all over the country describing very similar.
They are.
Yeah,
They are, and I agree with you. And that is unexplainable, for sure.
Yeah, it's not that it's a counterbalance to the bones argument.
No, it's. I'm looking. There is a lot of circumstantial. There's a lot of evidence that something maybe exists out there.
Some people have
But
said feral humans.
Oh God.
Are you atheist? I don't
No,
mean
I'm
we're
not.
not supposed to bring religion into this,
I'm
and
not
I
an atheist,
apologize.
but I don't believe in any religion. I'll put it
Okay,
like that.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a pretty good stance to have.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
I know we're not bringing religion
Well,
into it, but
yeah.
Pastafarian.
well, one thing that popped in my mind is
Bigfoot temple.
the bone. DP saying that about the bones, yes.
Like I'd
we
like to
should-
see them. Yeah.
Right. And a lot of people that are anti-Christianity will say the same things about things in the Bible, where are this and where are that? So why is it, I guess my thought is, why is it okay for one thing that we feel like
Well,
there should be proof for, but not another? Does that make
Hypocrisy.
sense?
having faith in Bigfoot is a little different than having faith in the Bible. And
It's still a
Jesus.
story. As
Well,
far
yeah,
as what
okay,
you're
on
saying,
that level it
it's
is.
still
but
a
it's fine. Yeah, I mean,
I just thought about that. I don't know why
Yeah.
it popped in my mind, and
No.
I wanted to bring that up.
Well, the Bible is an interesting book.
Parables and stories.
It's got a lot of moral teachings in it, moral plays. It's got a lot of history in it.
yeah.
We know that it is somewhat a lot of separate books cobbled or put together
Yeah.
by leaders or government rulers, that sort of thing.
Yes.
We know that they wanted to help bring everybody together under the same tent. I'm sure they wanted to cut back on people fighting with each other, but you can control if everyone's
when
on the
does that
same
start?
page. You can sort of,
Yeah.
And so here we are with the King James Version of the Bible, however many thousands, hundreds of years old it is. But there's other books that you're not
gosh.
allowed to read unless you're in a certain
Yeah.
Christian denomination. That blows me away.
All right, we're going to need to steer this because, again, this is getting onto the subject that
Well,
We're coming back. Well, the whole thing, it wasn't
Yeah, I
a
was
direct.
waiting for the wraparound.
It wasn't a direct.
had a
it's
good
just-
one,
I
too.
know.
Okay.
The whole thing is basically the hypocrisy. If you can say
Oh.
that you don't believe in something, that you show me the bones, but yet you're going to call it out for something, you're going to say something else. I don't see any. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, here's how.
I'm
Let me
sorry.
sum it up. This is how I feel about it.
I'm sorry.
I think you can. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. No, it's
No.
I was gonna mention the Bob Hieronymus thing, which is the guy who claimed to be the man in the suit, and then there's an infamous clip of him walking, down a sidewalk or something, and the gate looks very close to what you saw in the film. Now, my problem with this is that's true. That does look very similar to what the Bigfoot did in the Patterson Gimlin film. However, the takeaway that I've noted a lot of people that call this out, and they say this is impossible because Bob Hieronymus was X amount of feet tall versus this creature that was in the Patterson Gimlin film, that was, much, much taller.
right.
Well, look, the whole point with that is that the Bigfoot, Patty, walked with what's called a compliant gait. She was a little bent over while she was walking. These were bent, and then the leg lift was, I don't know, 40,
abnormal.
50,
It was abnormal.
it was higher than a normal person. If you know what you're looking for, and this gets back into watching these people break it down, when you watch him do his demo walk, it's actually pretty sad how it's nowhere close to the way she walked with the leg lift and that sort of thing.
Well, and the other to me
why wouldn't you at least try to do a really good job of this demo rather than shoot yourself in the foot with a really poor demonstration of what you did? We're talking about
I agree. It was
history here. He was too cavalier with it.
One of the other things that gets me about the video itself is just the arm length. The arm length alone is just almost a dead giveaway.
If you're wearing a suit, Darren,
it could be longer.
You can extend your arms, right?
The way that the arms were moving, though, you could tell these are not just loose gloves hanging down. These are, there's
Jointed.
They're jointed. There's, there's hands there. It's do I 100% believe in Bigfoot? I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's that. Even though that film is, God knows, it was 67, 68.
Yeah.
Well, look, there's a lot of people who have reacted this by saying, look, if you debunk the Patterson Gimlin film, you still have not debunked Bigfoot.
No, you have not. Have not.
No, you can't. No, that's true.
It could have been a fake film. But then like I said, when you listen to some of these people talk, man, it's, it's like when you listen to people talk about UFO encounters and stuff, and they go into all this detail, and it's like, that's the most vivid dream I've ever heard in my life. But
so we did an episode, and you have to go back and watch it. We did an episode on the Pender County Rake, and I'll need to send you this link because it's
the Pender County Rake.
Rake, R-A-K-E.
Oh, right. Okay, I got you.
So this creature jumps in the back of this dude's pickup truck, and he kind of he's on 911 the whole time talking to the operator. You can tell he is upset.
Yeah.
I think I've seen this.
It's pretty bizarre. And, my takeaway from the entire thing was, I believe that he believes exactly what he saw. I don't think he's making anything up. I don't think he's, and some of the details that he gives, it's like, and I'm not judging the guy, but I'm like, dude, you didn't come up with that all by yourself.
It would be hard to make that up and give that account on that phone call with that.
He runs straight to the police.
Yes.
And makes a report. If you was just trying to pull a prank on someone, you would not.
He saw something. I don't know what it was. He saw something. I believe that he saw something.
Yeah. So I agree.
Well, now we're in the cryptids territory.
Well, it's just again, these are things that that are unexplained in our world. Be it Loch Ness Monster, the Pender Rake, the Bigfoot.
The Devil's Tramping Ground.
The Devil's Tramping Ground, man, dude. I watched a video the other night that these guys didn't even realize what they had caught on camera until they went back and reviewed the footage, and this was a little disturbing as well because the guy's sitting there talking in the camera, and you see this kind of smoky orb come in from behind him, man. And this is the middle of the fucking day.
A smoky orb. Man.
Yeah.
But again, I'm looking at the video, and I'm like, okay,
a ghost.
I got nothing, man. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know.
Well, if the Skinwalker Ranch people are telling any truth, there's a lot of weird crap.
Oh man,
going on
I just listened to a
That's
nice
Did you
podcast
get an update
about skin.
from the.
No, well, I know some billionaire had bought the ranch and they did testing for like 20 years on it, and
Well, Bigelow,
yeah, now I don't know who owns the ranch.
someone else bought it.
Did they? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I loosely follow that, but I followed it fairly heavily for a while. There's still guys doing current podcasts on what's going on out there.
Okay, I don't have any
work.
brand new news.
Okay.
I just I listened to a podcast about like the whole history back to like when that guy bought it in '94, I believe. 2 years. He lasted 2 years.
The cows
And yeah,
in
well,
a room this big.
the cows, that, and then he was like, man, I got to sell this. But yeah, the cows, the mutilations, oh my God.
The mutilations are still unexplained. Linda Moulton Howe's big on that. That is
Mutilations of what?
well, cattle being one.
Cattle mutilation.
Yeah,
Okay.
the cattle mutilations
Done in very small windows of time where it's.
I know you.
It would be.
Oh,
It's
no, no,
not
no,
like
no,
it
wait,
was
wait,
done.
wait, wait.
So we're thinking this is alien.
That's all been explained.
No, I
the
don't know.
unmarked black helicopters. Are you
Yeah,
guys,
exactly.
I have no idea. I have
You're
no
right.
idea.
I mean,
what
come
happened.
on. You know?
Something happened because it would be like a cow or something like that, and they would be in the field with this cow, and they would go do another chore, and they would come back like 30, 45 minutes later. The cow would be dissected like a science project with like a scalpel had done it. And
Has
that's
to be alien.
Drained.
That's the kind of shit that was happening at Skinwalker
Yeah,
Ranch.
drained of
That's-
blood. Look, if a
Drained
predator,
of blood.
if
Yeah.
a predator comes in, they take that with them, go off in the woods and eat it.
Yeah, they're not taking the whole thing. They're going to take a chunk of what they need and go.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be peculiar about it.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be a
gonna
precision surgery.
No,
No, these
You know.
were things like that.
that's alien.
No, I explained it, dude. These are the unmarked black
oh,
helicopters.
the black helicopters.
you know,
Okay, yeah, okay. With lasers.
with lasers.
Well, the
exactly.
military is
You know.
unfortunately in this grab bag of a Pandora's box of an enigma.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there's people claiming that the military's doing this as some sort of a psyop, and then there's
I think there's probably a tiny corner of the military that it's tapped into endless money, and they are running
Experiments.
their own thing, and people are not.
Oh,
telling
we need to
them
do
anything at all.
it's
We
sort of
think-
just
separate
they
from
are
the government.
doing
yeah.
they are doing their shit.
Black ops.
Black,
we need to
Yes.
do we need to do an entire episode based
Black
on
bu-
psyops.
black budgets.
You know, definitely.
And I'm
Yeah.
talking about specific
slush
to
fund shit.
jet
you know.
propulsion and
No, dude.
alien spacecraft.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about when I say a tiny corner.
Yes.
That's
Well-
what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't know if you
No.
guys know, but apparently yesterday or today's Friday, was the big day that all this disclosure was supposed to happen.
And it did. It
and
did.
all of this,
It actually
these
did.
information and files are supposed
Really?
to hit the internet, and we're all supposed to,
Uh,
our heads are
so
supposed to pop off now, I guess.
I watched Benny's show earlier, and yeah, there's a bunch of brand new video stuff that you've never seen and he's showing it. He's showing every bit of it.
Okay.
and
It's
what,
no different than all
The
the other
Tic-Tac-
shit we've
it's-
seen.
yeah,
though.
yeah.
It's
I
it's
feel
all
like
the
it's
same
pretty
stuff.
run of the mill.
one of those
Is it
Yeah.
Bob Rudy Lazard? Talking
Bob Lazar.
Lazar? Yeah. Bob Rudy Lazar.
Well,
Bob Reed.
You know,
Because-
Bob has resurfaced in the last few years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're making
He's-
another documentary
It's out.
on him. It
They
is out.
already have.
Okay,
It's
It's
out.
called S4, I think.
You know who looks just like Bob Lazar? Rudy Dixon.
They do have a similar sort
Yeah,
of
they have a similar.
eye set, maybe.
Yeah.
So if he had gone
Yeah,
into witness protection, it would have been Castle Hayne.
Yeah. We
Okay.
just last week we came up we were talking about that. It
Yeah.
was
Oh
funny.
God,
We were
Bob's
all-
great.
Yeah.
I've been following him since probably the 97 or 98.
His first, we talked about this on a previous episode, but his first appearance on Joe Rogan was one of my favorites. It's about a 3-hour long episode, man, but it's
Yeah, I've seen bits
Yeah.
and pieces of that. Actually, Bob's got his own stuff out there. I mean, if you want to know how the aircraft works, just look up his own video. He does like an hour-long tutorial on it without much distraction. He just gets right to it.
well, and again, we touched on it. We know that some of this technology is already in use. the thing that happened when they
Well, what specific technology are you talking about?
well
there?
the sonic weapons
Energy.
Well, that is
Talking about the Havana effect here.
Yeah.
Venezuela.
Venezuela when they
same
grabbed
thing,
Maduro,
different name,
and all of the his elite guard, was doubled over, bleeding from the ears and
The
throwing
energy
up.
weapons.
I'll give you that, but
Energy weapons.
I feel like we've had that technology for probably 50
Yeah,
or 60
what
years.
what they're talking
Probably,
about.
actually.
What they're talking about at S4 is anti-gravity
Yes,
technology that will allow you not necessarily to travel through space, but to somehow bend space and time
Yeah.
around your space,
Yeah.
and you'll be where you want to be. It's
Yeah.
mind-blowing.
And
You
American
think- yeah.
Airlines has not gotten a hold of this technology yet.
No.
They're working on it.
I wonder
And,
if
they'll
you
say-
could
and
just
you know what?
Give them a break.
Dude, here's the problem with it. If American Airlines had that technology, they could fly instead of 16 hours to Shanghai, they could get you there in like
12.
2 seconds.
We wouldn't
And they would still
gotta
lose
show
your
a
fucking
movie.
luggage somehow. In that
Yeah.
2 seconds, they would still lose your fucking luggage.
Oh, God.
Well, at least it doesn't have manure on it like the ones that came back from the other flight I saw.
That's too bad.
Hey, how about those hurricanes?
Dun dun dun.
Did
How
they,
about
uh,
those
wait, wait, wait.
hurricanes?
Are they? Are we in hockey season?
Yes.
We are.
7-0.
Hockey season is during the summer.
Yep.
It's
I didn't know that.
actually,
Yeah.
this is playoffs. I'm
Mind
sorry. It's
blown.
the end of the hockey season.
Okay.
It's playoffs, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
The
playoff part of it.
Hurricanes. The Hurricanes have won their first round. They swept. They were 4-0, and they just won the third game of the second round, and they're 7-0. They've played 7 games in the play. 7 up, 7 down, 9 to go to be the champion.
Hometown
It takes
heroes,
16
man.
wins to be the Stanley Cup champion. They're 9 away,
9 away.
and they've done it in a very short order.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're up on it. They're not here by fluke, right?
No, they've been doing well.
Okay,
They,
I
this
think.
is their
Yeah. It sounds like to me they pretty much have outgamed the system this year, meaning that they're probably going to go all the way heavy. And next year, everyone will catch up with what they're doing, and the league will level back out.
Yeah, well, they're kind of doing what the lessons they've learned the last 4 years. Actually,
Their homework.
they've been in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
3 in the last 5 years. 3 of the last 5 years, and were beat by the Rangers and the Florida Panthers 2 years in a row.
Oof.
I hate them.
Speaking of Florida, that could be
Florida
your worst
Panthers.
case scenario. They win the Stanley Cup,
There are
and
Panthers.
then they pull off a Florida Marlins and fire sale the team off.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Anyways, they've learned their lessons, and they're
Well, the squad's stable.
yeah.
I mean, how many? What's like the age range that you can get another 5 seasons?
They've
out of
got
this?
out of this team.
Out of this
their
team, can
window is still at least 3 years,
That's dynasty.
and that window has been open for the last 5 or 6 years. So.
Now, can they maintain this into next
they're
season?
doing a good job. They actually do a really good job of drafting, and developing.
Mhm.
That's one thing they've always done well.
So
with.
does hockey, and excuse my naiveness here, but does hockey have a farm system like baseball
Yeah,
does?
Yeah,
Okay.
Minor
the
leagues.
EHL,
Yeah.
the AHL, the
Okay.
ECHL, East Coast Hockey League, the American Hockey League, the QJMHL, the Quebec Major Junior League.
Canada.
Man, when you get into Canada's lower leagues, oh my God!
Damn,
they've got
you're talking about, dude, you're borderline at alphabet people now, bro.
yeah, no, that's what they Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, QMJHL.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up on Coinbase, dude.
Canada has a shit ton of
A big talent pool.
leagues like that.
Canada has invested in it
Heavily.
in the same way that China has invested in Rubik's cubes. It's just that simple. In the national
Or
program.
China has invested in the American elections. Huh?
There's a lot of people invested in that
Yes,
in the
there is,
entire
actually.
globe.
Anyways, go Canes, man.
Okay.
Go
I'm
Canes,
excited.
man! I'm
I
happy
yeah.
to be.
I hope this will be
yeah,
their year,
a
man.
North
They-
Carolinian, and I fully support. I have none of their swag, but
No.
you can give me some.
I have one of their jerseys.
I'm pulling for them to win. I don't really watch hockey, but I want them to win. I mean, shit.
We needed a sports update.
I like that jersey.
I bought this jersey. It's authentic.
Yeah,
And I bought it right before Adidas no longer makes them. They're made by Fanatics now.
Is this actually?
Of course they are.
On the
Of course
ice?
they are.
They
I'm
wear
sorry?
this on the ice.
Well, not anymore. 2 years ago they did, but
But
now
the material.
yes, yeah.
Like
and it has the strap, the strap for that they hook it to their. So if they get in a fight, it can't get pulled over their shoulders.
Right.
The fight strap.
Now that's an American innovation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that?
So yeah. I should have gotten a name and a number, but the way players move around, I was like,
True.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get a jersey.
You just
Yeah.
be
It's
you.
authentic.
It's
Yeah.
like I think you need to get a Max Verstappen shirt this year, with Red Bull because it's his last year with Red Bull.
You need to get
Last year.
you
I'm
need to
gonna
get
wait.
Brenda Moore's autograph on it.
I'm not going to get any autographs on this, but I do have a red one that I've had about 22 years.
Wow.
I've had it for quite a while, and I would love to get his autograph on that because I'm
Big
not going to
one.
wear that one again. What Max? You know what? I'll wait until Max moves to his next team, which will be in
Mercedes next year.
He's out of F1. He's going to be doing,
IMSA racing.
24 IMSA. Yep.
All right.
He's
Your
gonna-
driver's gone.
I don't know. That's what I think.
He said he's going to
Uh,
retire, but I'm still
he
betting
could.
that he's
So
going
what
to
do you
he's going
think
to be at
now?
Mercedes next
Who
year.
are you gonna like now?
in F1.
If you're gonna have another driver, or just watch F1.
Lewis Hamilton,
No, that's I like Kimmy. I like Kimmy a lot.
Raikkonen.
No,
Kimi Antonelli.
Antonelli.
Is Raikkonen still racing?
No, he's
Or am
out.
I
He
thinking
reti- he
MotoGP?
retired.
He retired 3 seasons ago,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
3 or 4.
I actually got to watch a lot of that when I had cable TV, and I really enjoyed. I love F1. I love MotoGP more though. I'm a little
MotoGP
more
is-
into that, man.
So it's funny. I sent my buddy Mark is a huge MotoGP fan, and I saw they just I think it was Omega just did a commemorative Nicky Hayden watch, and I was like, dude, I said it to him. I said, man, I love Nicky Hayden and I love Omegas, but I am not paying $1,300
Yeah.
for a fucking watch.
Let
Man.
me ask you this
No.
though: does it look like gaudy and over the top?
It's
and just
green. It's fucking
ridiculous?
green, and I'm like, that
Or
was
does
one of
it
my
look-
problems. I'm like, his
Yes.
colors
Cool.
were orange and white. He was a Repsol rep. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
The watch is green.
Yeah, the watch is green.
That's a no for
That might be a
just the
non-starter.
reason of I mean, I don't want to watch that's colored.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Yeah, it's not a good
Not
looking
Look at
watch
me.
at all, but
this?
still, I
Yeah.
thought it was kind of cool they did a
Expensive-ass
commemorative
watch
watch. So of all things, Nicky Hayden, one of the top drivers or one of the top riders in the world,
Should be in his prime right now.
should be if he hadn't been killed. And of all things, man, he died on a bicycle. He got hit by a car.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Wow.
Drove. I mean, he in that sport. I mean, you're risking your life every single day.
Yeah.
And driving a damn motorcycle at 200 miles an hour. And he gets killed on a fucking bicycle. How ironic is that, man?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it is. It I can't figure out if life's supposed to be a comedy or a tragedy. I keep flip flopping.
Right.
I'm a flip flopper.
That
It's a
was
fine
like
line.
it's like a Travis Pastrana choking on a piece of popcorn or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, now that you've brought the room down,
Yeah, sorry about that. Wait, I've got.
he's got more good stuff.
All right, most tragic celebrity death. Go.
Debbie Downer.
Oh, and now I got to think Janice, Jimmy.
There's so
Jimmy
many,
was bad.
so many of them.
Kirk was. Yeah, that was bad too.
Kirk was murdered. What?
Oh, we were talking about musicians that were,
Conspiracy.
high on heroin or
It got
whatever,
done.
and performances that they gave. One great
end result was the
performance
same.
of a musician that was, on it bad was Alice in Chains on their the MTV.
Unchained tour.
No,
No, the Unplugged.
the
Unplugged.
MTV
yes.
Unplugged.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
My
They
God,
were,
man.
Yeah.
You watch
Lane
that.
was
he was
Dude,
high
he
as hell.
was smacked out of his
Everybody-
fucking
Yeah.
mind, man.
Everybody looked at him. What I got it was like, God, he looks so intense, man. He's really into this.
Yeah, no, dude. It was a
He
brilliant
is-
performance,
He's
man.
got his finger. He's doing the studio. He's trying to hit those pitches and get that message across. And he was really trying to just maintain.
Yeah, he's trying to stay awake.
You can see if you watch closely, and if you know him, if you have watched many, performances of his, you can see some things, and you're like, that was kind of a little bit off. There was a little bit in the way he, words things, the movement of his mouth, because he was losing teeth. His teeth were not in good.
That's dumb.
Different things like that. You pick up on, but yes, it was an incredible performance given all the.
It was.
One of the best unplugged
Everything
performances.
going on.
I would probably say actually the best unplugged performance.
Yeah.
For me, it was.
Well, I had that
100%.
That
CD.
is number one.
Yeah.
That CD Dirt was just amazing.
Yeah.
Jar of Flies. Once I watched that, I bought Jar. See, I never had Jar. I had every other.
Jar of Flies, great album. Man.
And then I was like, why don't I have this? And I bought it, and my God.
But I
Very
never understood the hate. When they finally got back together and they got William Duvall to come in and sing, man, great singer, and it made you realize that the engine behind, to me, and again, this is my opinion, the engine behind Alice in Chains was Jerry Cantrell.
Always was.
Dude, he wrote.
You can say that about just about any hard rock band.
Yeah.
There's one of the members is like the.
But there was so much hate given to William Duvall, and I was like, they're writing
I did get
some
that.
brilliant
I
material.
didn't hate that. I just didn't feel like it had the same feel or spirit or presence.
Lane's Pain gave a lot of credence to their music.
It was definitely different, and I'll give you that.
Yes,
but
that was it.
Thank you. That was it.
But isn't that the age-old question with rock bands when someone eventually leaves for whatever reason and they have to be replaced? They get all this hate from.
Well, look at what happened to Dimebag Darrell.
The guy that's in doing the replacing, that guy, how can you be mad at him?
Yeah.
He's just,
No, you can't be mad at him.
No.
I just disliked it. I didn't.
No, I didn't.
There was
I liked him. Actually, I liked it. But
when Dave Grohl did the Foo
wasn't the
Fighters, and
same.
he talks about this in the documentary Back and Forth. When Dave Grohl, did the Foo Fighters, he said, he was getting all this hate mail and people telling him, how dare you, go out there and try to start something new, and we're all in mourning here from Kurt's death. And
Oh God.
he's like, he looks at the camera, and he's like,
Seattle white
I'm a
trash.
musician. I play music. It's what I do.
Well, those people are not worth even really responding to, and unfortunately, that's like, that's what the internet world has created is this grumbling, moaning, whiny, bitchy, whatever thing that sits at the bottom. You can't read a
Social
YouTube
keyboard warriors. Man.
comment. You can't read a YouTube comment section. By the time you get to the third comment, there's already an argument brewing.
Oh, dude,
Somebody's got a slight different take on it.
I'm waiting for the day that people start criticizing us, on this podcast, because my first response is, I can't understand you with that bag of dicks in your mouth.
It's engagement.
That's a good one.
You got to look at it like that. Even bad comments are.
Man, they're bad. Bad press is
The only
just
thing-
as good as good press.
It is. The only
It's
thing
always been that way.
that you could possibly say is, come in with an agenda, have a series of subjects you'd like to broach, but leave it free flowing. That's the only thing that came to my mind. But then I said, but wait a minute, that's not why they're doing this.
Yeah.
They already sat down and figured out this is the jam. And if you're not down with it, don't hang.
Yeah.
So then it's completely 100% valid. If the format tweaks or changes, it'll be because y'all want to do it.
Yeah.
Let's try something different.
We've been doing this same podcast now for a year.
Yeah, you've got a lot under your belt. Yeah.
Nothing's changed. We come in, we don't nothing is predetermined what we're going to talk about. We do what we do, and we have fun doing it. You know,
A lot of fun.
Yeah, man, it's a blast. I mean,
Well,
now, you know, again,
once it stops being fun, well,
yeah.
you know.
But you know, the worst part is, you know, having to come back out here, you know, a couple of days later and edit all the shit down, you know. But you know, that's part of you know, doing the job, you know. And but people like us. I get a lot of comments at work. You know, people come up to, hey, I saw your latest episode, great. You know, man, you guys are funny, man. Appreciate it. You know, and that means a lot, man. That means a lot. You know, hey, we're just a couple of guys getting together every Friday and drinking some beer and talk about life, man.
Yeah,
talk
how about
whatever.
You're setting an example for what people should be probably doing instead of coming home and getting ready to go out and socially network and all of that. Yeah. Maybe they should be spending a Friday night with some buddies playing poker. Yeah. Maybe that would soothe the savage soul, you know, tone things down.
It would help.
Exactly.
It would help.
But I got to tell you, though, still that, you know, the internet's what it is. It's a sampling of demographic of everybody. And you meet 10 people, someone's going to be a complainer, someone's going to be there's a whole spectrum of people. It's just magnified.
I used to have a thing I would say on stage, you know, and, you know, take it for what it's worth, you know, and Fig remembers this. You know, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, you know, and I hope you like the show. Hope you like the band. If you don't, well, we already got your money, so have a good night.
Oh,
you know?
That's cold-blooded.
I don't remember that.
Said that a lot.
He has no memory of it.
I don't remember you saying that.
No, I'm not, you know, trying to be a dick. I'm just, you know.
No, I don't think you even need to state the purpose unless it comes up for some reason. I mean, I think it's pretty clear.
And again, you know, I understand, you know, there's a lot of haters out there, you know, because everybody, again, it's a keyboard warrior thing, you know, that
are y'all really
behind,
getting,
you know,
like, are people really attacking you? Like,
no. I'm
I'm
just saying.
Like,
you know,
I don't know if I want to be coming back if people are like, you know.
No. They will now, though, since you've been on here.
Yeah.
I hope I'm controversial. I could say some other things.
Controversial, Mike.
On that note, man, we're going to thank you guys. The Goat Pen, Fridays at 5. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe, man. And we'll catch you guys out next week.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Bobby. Enjoyed it.
I'll shake your hand.
Yeah, we ended up with about 2 episodes there. So this one will be our after hours episode.
Go Canes.
Well, now you have.